What's happening, YouTube? Another vlog. So I've been trying to take a lot of the questions and answer them individually in different videos, just so it's not a long, drawn out ass video. And also that way, when you search for that specific question on YouTube, it'll pop up. So this specific question is another question that I frequently keep getting asked, and that is, what's the salary for a bounty hunter or future recovery agent, whatever you want to call it, and how do you get paid? So there's no salary cap for for bounty hunting, unless you work for a company that pays you a salary, and then you have to basically hunt all their skips and you're getting paid what they're paying you. That's the only time there's a salary. Other than that, you freelance, you get paid per catch. So if you don't catch the fugitive, you don't fucking get paid, you don't eat. So that's how I did it coming up in the game. I hunted and then I got paid per person. Usually how it goes is you get 10% of whatever the bond is. So I'll give you an example. So say you hunted somebody and their bond was 10,000, 10%. What I do, I would charge the bondsman 10%, which is $1,000. So you're getting paid 10% of whatever the bond is. Now sometimes, whatever relationship you may have, or if you just getting in the game, you may only charge them 5%. Just so you get your feet wet and you get more cases. When I first started, I did a lot of small bonds. So I would do, like, say $2,500 bonds, and I would get 10% of that, which is $250. So I did a lot of those in the beginning because I didn't have any, I didn't have a lot of experience. I was new in the game. I was basically trying to prove myself and get a chance. So I did a lot of small bonds, and most of the time, I spent more money finding the people than what I made. And that just is what it is. When you're trying to get your name out there and build credibility with these bond companies, you got to do that. Now, once I got good at what I was doing and proved myself and start getting a ton of cases, then after that it was straight 10% of the bonds, no ifs, ands, or buts. And if it was a small bond, I would, depending on how much it was, I would double charge. So say if it was like a $2,500 bond, I wouldn't dare do it for $250. It wasn't worth my time. I was on a different level. I wouldn't do anything less than about $750. If I'm not making at least $750 or $1,000, I wouldn't do it. Now, starting off, do not do that shit, because you won't get any work. Start off, you want to do small bonds, and like I said, you might spend more money than what you're making. It is what it is. You do that until you get yourself established. And you might want to not charge the bondsman straight 10% of the bond. You may want to do 5%. So you're just trying to get in the game and get your name out there and show that you're good at what you're doing. You can make very good money, being a bounty hunter. You can. You gotta be able to give it a company that generates enough skips and enough work for you. And that's a task by itself, because nowadays a lot of companies, they hunt themselves. Like me right now, I'm a bondsman. The people that I bond out, if they miss court, I go get them myself. Time becomes a big issue because I'm so busy, but I find the people myself. So that's another thing. You got to try to get with a company who has a use for you, because a lot of them nowadays, they just hunt themselves. They're trying to save money, they hunt themselves, or they already have their hunters. So again, you want to build up your credibility with these bond companies. Let them know that you are the real deal. You get the job done, they'll trust you. And then when they get to the point where they trust you, they'll give you bigger bonds. So you might get a $100,000 bond, which you would charge them 10% and make 10 grand. But they got to trust you with that, You definitely have to have trust for a bondsman to give you a very serious case, because their money's on the line. And they're not just going to give it to anybody, because you could fuck it up and make it worse, make it harder to find the person. So they got to be able to trust you. But in the beginning, when I first started, I made a ton of money, man. I made a ton of money doing it. I worked my way up. Like I said, I did a lot of the small bonds. Then I got to the point where, I was like, hey, I'm catching these people. I'm catching people that they couldn't find in months. I start realizing my worth. And again, it is a dangerous job. So when you become to the point where you're good at what you're doing, and the risk level versus the money, you're going to start charging more. So that's what I would do. If it was a little bond, say it was $1,000 bond, and you only make $100, I was charging it. I'm triple charging them. Like, hey, you guys want to at least pay me $500 plus gas, you know, gas and time. I mean, you got to work your way up to that point. So again, there's no salary cap. There is a salary if you're working for a specific company and they're giving you a salary, you know, per month, per year salary, and you got to hunt everybody, no matter how dangerous, no matter how petty, how small the bond is, everybody. But I mean, I think if you did that and you find yourself hunting a bunch of big bonds, you're gonna know it's like, damn, I was better off just freelancing. I would have made more money than the actual salary. So, but again, that's up to you, whatever your situation is. But that's how you get paid. When you're getting in this game, you got to be careful. There's some shiesty ass bondsmen out here. When you capture somebody, it is COD, cash on delivery. If they do not have your money, and I hate to say this, but I let the person go, man. I let them go. Now, there's been times when I first started, bondsmen tried to bullshit me. I called somebody and I'll pay you next week. Nah, you gonna pay me now, or I'm letting this motherfucker go. You will come across some people who are shiesty. You'll do all this work, you'll capture the person, and then they'll try to pull an okie doke on you and fucking not pay you, man. So you want to make sure you're careful about that. If you catch them, you tell them, have my money, well, this motherfucker, I'm letting them go. As they say, you never want to let your left hand know what your right hand doing, or your right hand know whatever the fuck it is. You know what I'm talking about. It's true. If you're on a case and you're getting close to the person, you're getting close to arrest, unless you have a close personal relationship with a bondsman over years, do not fucking tell them, because it's happened to me. I've told information, yeah, I'm about to find him, he's here, and they've sent other hunters to fucking go get him, and then you're ass out. It happens, man. This is a fucking grimy ass business, I am telling you. If you're very close to capturing someone and you don't really know the bondsman or the company you're working for, you're not that close to them, do not give them your information. Keep that shit to yourself. Make your arrest. Make sure you get your money. Because if you give that information away, there's a fucking high probability they're going to send some other hunters who will do it cheaper, or the fucking police, and then your ass out. So, just quick little information. I'm going to keep doing vlogs addressing little questions that I'm getting pertaining to the bounty hunt. So, catch y'all later, man. Hey, good luck to you guys out there hunting, man. Stay safe.